I'm quickly going to go over how to optimize landing pages and why they matter. Now first, before I do that, it's very important for me to explain EAT. I have done this in a previous video, which you will be finding down below. I'm not going to go too much into the concept, as the previous video will explain it. Now, why is it important to bring it up still is because EAT and backlinks are two different things, right? EAT is basically checking what the quality of your site is. Is your site a high quality website that actively helps people or not? Simple as that. Basically, you can put it as simple as that. With ranking websites, it's a bit different. Your EAT needs to be played at, right? You need to do it correctly. You need to be an authority in your industry, but it's a bit different, meaning that every web page stands on its own, and as SEO or as business, you don't rank websites, you rank web pages by using internal linking or, well, strategies that are pretty similar to them. You will be able to pass through the authority, but it's not going to be the entirety of the authority in this case, which is why internal linking is really important, but also why in this industry you see so much landing pages, because it's a local industry, and for local SEO, one of the most important things is proximity. And how closer you are to the reader, the better it's gonna be for you. And that's why you have multiple landing pages. Now let me show you how to optimize your landing page and how you can start ranking. First, you have your URL, right? This is our keyword for now. The city can be any city, right? We'll put it right here, right in the URL, and we will do dash. I see in this industry a lot of this, a lot of the underscore stuff, right? A lot of the underscore. Jesus, can't even type correctly. It's because it's a new keyboard. My apologies. I'm a complete idiot. Anyway, I see a lot of the underscore stuff, right? And you don't want that. You want dashes. Thus, bounce, dash house, dash rentals in, dash city, dash Texas. And you want this to be your title as well, your web page title. It's really important. Now, if you want to optimize our web page, we need to know a bit of HTML. HTML is basically every website's made out of code, whether it's a more advanced stack or the basic stack. Most website stacks will have HTML in them, and as an SEO or as a business, it's really important to know the structure, meaning your H1 is going to be your title on the web page itself. It's not going to be a title that you will see here, but it is going to be your title. The reason you see it here is so that I could actually import it into here. Your H2 is basically your structure header. Your H3 is basically your subtopic of the structure header, and your H4 and H5 and H6, same thing. It's merely for structure. Now Google pays value to your headers because for them it's to see what you're focusing at. What you want to do is put your H1 tag in your main keyword, or your main keyword in your H1 tag. Then you also want it to be your second header. So your second header needs, your H2 tag needs to be and your main keyword as well, but you can structurize it a bit different so that it doesn't look too spammy, right? That's very important. Now, often you will have only one H1 tag. Actually, it's really important to have only one H1 tag unless you have a lot of content in general. And often you will have only one H2 tag unless you have over 1,000 words. Other than that, utilize H3s. Make sure you at least have one H3. It's really a good practice. So I would do it a bit like this, right? Main keyword, H2, H3, H1. Put it in the first 100 words. So let us do that really quickly. And link to the Texas page, or in this case the state page, and the city page. Not on your website. You want to link back to the actual city page and the actual state page. This is to build relevancy towards your location. It's really important. You want to import a picture of the state if possible, before the first paragraph or after the first paragraph. It's really doesn't matter as long as it's near the first paragraph. The reason why is you want to build relevancy towards your location, and you will link back to the actual location of the image. Meaning, for example, if I would go for Texas Zoo, I would link back to the actual Google URL of the image. If I would do it like this, I would be optimized better than 90% of the industry. Why? Because on-page is a flawed concept here, and if done correctly, you will do really well. You only need to make sure to sprinkle your main keyword around and start using different keywords. For example, for bounce house rentals in City, Texas, I can use bounce house rentals, I can use bounce houses, I can use context vectors, right? Keywords that really matter. That's why it's really important to do your keyword research. Make sure that your main keyword is also in the last 100 words as well as the first 100 words. Make sure it's in your title tag, your URL, and your first H1 tag, your H2 tag, your H3 tag. If you've done that correctly, you have optimized your website or your landing page in this case, and you can click publish, being quite certain that you will do well.